Whenever you would navigate anywhere, you always wanted to have redundant means of navigation. You never wanted to rely on one single source of information. So before this mission, we checked weather like we did before every mission. It was going to be fine, no issues. And we were going in to pick them up at about 2 o'clock in the morning. So we landed safely to our pickup zones. We got our tired load of exhausted special operators on board, and we took off. And then I look up, and out in front of me, it looked like there was a huge green wall, because again, I have night vision goggles on. Huge green wall out in the distance, and my brain couldn't comprehend what in the world it was, because I had never seen anything like it before in my life. And then I realized what was in front of us. It was a huge, massive sandstorm extending up as high as I could see, and I could tell it was coming right at us and that we weren't going to be able to outrun it. And the dust cloud then overtook the aircraft. We had lost complete visual with all the stars, what little light on the ground there was, we lost visuals of that, and we were in our own little cocoon there in the cockpit. We were solely reliant on our Doppler GPS, again made by BAE Systems. All of a sudden we got a fuel indicator light, warning light pop on in the cockpit. And what that light means is that you have approximately, not exact, 20 minutes of fuel remaining for your engines. We had GE-made engines, but they had BAE Systems fuel control units on them. And I started wondering what this sand and the wind was doing to these engines and their operations, and was it going to affect the fuel metering, and did we actually have 20 minutes of fuel or not? But when that light went on, we realized then that we only had one shot at landing. We didn't have enough gas. If we didn't make it on our one approach into there, we were done, but we had no choice. As we got closer to the airport, we were finally able to raise the airfield operators. We were able to raise them using our ARC 231 radio, which is now a BAE Systems product. And in fact, that was the only radio we could use to talk to any of our NATO partners in Afghanistan. And I told them to turn their runway lights on full bright, and unfortunately we saw absolutely nothing. We've been into this airport hundreds of times before during daylight, and we knew there was all kinds of power lines and towers all around us. If the Doppler GPS wasn't bringing us in exactly aligned on that runway, we had a great chance of striking something. But again, we had no choice. So we came down below that 400 feet, and luckily 17 minutes into that 20-minute fuel light and about 200 feet above ground, we finally saw the runway lights, and we were perfectly aligned. Because of our proper operating BAE Systems communications equipment, navigation equipment, and fuel control unit, we had brought that load of special operators back home safely that night.